Hello, I'm Suzanne Nissen, and I've been attending Sun Valley for 6 years. In our home, there was alcohol, but it was hidden, kept as a secret, like many things in our home. I had a childhood boyfriend, and he was much older than me, and I really started just attending his college fraternity parties and just grew up very quickly. I made a very painful decision at 16 to have an abortion, one that just really was the deepest, darkest secret, even more so than anything else, that I was certain that it was going to be locked in a vault forever. I then became pregnant at 17 and had my first child just 2 weeks after I turned 18. I got married at 20 and had 2 more children. Then at 30, I had a devastating divorce. Really what it came in was bulimia, just trying to stuff down and not ever feel any of my emotions. I was just so trying to present as perfect and polished on the outside and not allowing anybody to see my scars or wounds on the inside. At 41, I was divorced again, and I was certain I had failed my faith, my family, my children, and God. I traded my eating disorder for wine. I would wake up at 3 a.m. just beating myself up. Why? Did you have, one too many? Or would go to church and pretend everything was okay, sing and worship songs, and just feeling that tremendous guilt of walking in with a suitcase full of sins, like I didn't belong. I had inherited a rocking chair from my grandmother, then my mother, and then to me. And I was rocking my first sweet, precious grandson and enjoying this moment filled with gratitude and love for this precious, sweet one. And I realized as I was rocking, I had slowly rocked away from my wine glass that I had sat on the floor. You see, my memories of my grandmother, though she was kind and sweet and loving, I never really remember her of not smelling of wine. I didn't want to leave that legacy, and it was time to change, and not just for me, but for them. And it's interesting how that one piece that I was able to surrender to God opened up so much more. You see, shame keeps you so hidden, so dark. And I allowed God's light to shine into all of my broken places. In that authentic brokenness, I found more peace than I ever did in my pretend wholeness. I can see that God did have a purpose for my life, and I can have peace with my past, and I can be content with where I am, and I know I have a purpose for my future, and that's all God. Absolutely. Yeah, that's all God.